Welcome back to the Bottom Line Podcast, where we talk all things NBA basketball. Today's video, we're going to be talking about games, playoff games, a couple of coaching hires, some NBA news, and doing a small little game at the end. And yeah, that's going to be the agenda for today's episode. Let's start off with the playoff games that are going on right now. Starting off with the Western Conference Finals. The Phoenix Suns and the LA Clippers just played Game 4 last night, with the Phoenix Suns winning the Game 4 and going up 3-1. And it sets up a Game 5 in Phoenix for the Suns to close it out. No Kawhi Leonard. I'm pretty sure no Kawhi Leonard, most likely, or he's probably been confirmed out by now. And yeah, it's going to be tough for the Clippers to pull it out, but we have seen Tyronn Lue come back from 3-1 before, so maybe that could happen again. Who knows? I'll start off. So, what I saw, I didn't watch last night's game completely. I was not at home, but when I was watching the second half, I saw a lot of, the Clippers just did not really have the shooting. They were 0 for 13 from three, I'm pretty sure, and that cost them big. The officiating was a little bit, the officiating was bad, but it was on both sides. Like there were calls for the Clippers and the Suns that were like not good. Um, I think the Suns will win Game 5. I think the Suns will win Game 5, but if they don't, I expect them to win. I don't think the series will go to 7. I think the Suns will win this in 5 or 6 for sure. Apart from that, Chris Paul coming back has helped the Suns. And Devin Booker, Chris Paul, we know what they're about. But DeAndre Ayton has been really, really good, and I want to ask you guys, man, where do you guys have DeAndre Ayton on your center ranking? Because he was not. I don't even think he was in any of our top tens at the beginning of the year, and he's damn near in my top 5 right now. And yeah, I mean he's going off. And just before they answer that question, the officiating, like I said, bad on both sides. But I think that with the Suns and the Clippers, like with the last 2-minute rule, I think that rule is like so bad because they only get to review plays that happen in the last 2 minutes, and 99% of the time, whenever a ball is hit out by a player, it's always off the ball handler's hand at the end. But you only see that it's hit out by the opposing player, so they gave it the way of the ball handler. But when they review it, obviously they can see that the ball handler touched the ball last, which is why in Game 2 they gave it the way of the Clippers. So it's a rule that has to be fixed, in my opinion. But that's all I have to say about the game.
Paul George, man. Oh my lord. I have been one of the biggest Paul George supporters for a long time, but oh my god. I can't, I don't know, unless he pulls this out, which I highly doubt. It really angers me that he continues to take shot after shot. As the Clippers as a team continue to take shot after shot after shot, and obviously they were not working. So my question was, why don't you attack the basket? And considering that the officiating was so sus yesterday, I don't know why they didn't attack the basket more. The Clippers could have easily have won that game, but they blundered it. And it seems like the Suns are going to advance to the finals unless Kawhi Leonard magically repairs his knee in a span of 24 hours. The Suns will more than likely win in 5 or 6. I still have a little bit of faith in the Clippers personally because I don't want to see any more PG slander. But if Paul George plays like he did last night, they don't stand a chance. He's got to be aggressive. He's got to, they have to relentlessly attack. And my question is why isn't Terrence Mann starting? The adjustment in the starting lineup to play Morris was very questionable in my opinion because clearly Morris didn't have a shot going, and Terrence Mann is your sort of energy boost that you get, and you don't play him as much in the first half, which is questionable. Just some terrible, questionable calls from the Clippers side in terms of adjustments. I was surprised they even came back in the second half because they were so bad offensively. I don't think I've seen a more terribly offense. I think I'm not sure what the stat is, but I think both teams were 6 for 40 in terms of field goal shooting in the fourth quarter. Crazy. But The Suns should win this series, except I'm going to keep faith in the Clippers for a little bit if Kawhi Leonard comes back.
There's no way Kawhi comes back. There's not a chance. Even if, I would think he would be out for at least another month. After his injury, because he's not even traveling. I think it's a lot more serious than people think. And the Clippers, I feel like their medical staff is kind of shit. Because and with them and Kawhi, there's some miscommunication. But I love to see the Clippers lose and Paul George choke. One of the more surprising and best predictions was my prediction on the series. Other than game one score, I had predicted that how it basically turned out, except for the score of game one. And I said Suns in 5, and it will be Suns in 5. And that's with Devin Booker having a pretty bad series other than game one. He's been pretty inefficient. Not pretty, he's been inefficient. Chris Paul hasn't been great either. So I don't really know how the Suns are winning. DeAndre Ayton's been the only consistent player on the team. I just think the Clippers aren't a good team, or aren't good enough. I think they had a fluke beating the Jazz without Kawhi. I think that was a fluke. And I don't think Paul George will ever be a good playoff player, like a consistently good playoff player after Indiana. I think he's good when the pressure's off of him, when nobody expects him to do anything. But like when you're in the conference finals, the expectations are high. I'm not really going to talk about the officiating because I feel like through the series the refs have been more on the Clippers side. And the out of bounds play that Suhas brought up is I 100% agree with. Clippers fans are bringing up how that should be out on Cameron Payne, but the rules just kind of whack. And last game or whatever game it was, the game where DeAndre Ayton hit the game winner, they called that out on the Suns player, so they should definitely change that rule. But yeah, Clippers fans are crying about the refs. Shannon Sharp's posting the funniest Instagram posts, and Suns are winning this. And you said Ayton. I have him 5th right now in my centers. And I'm not considering Bam as center anymore, because I feel like they're going to play him more at the forward this year if they get a good big, like a good center. He doesn't really play like a center. I have Joel, Cat, Jokic, and Gobert over him. Ayton, depending on how he finishes these playoffs, I can put him over Gobert and maybe Cat because Cat's been pretty not good. But yeah, very
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if Bam is not a center, I had him 5th. I mean, I had him 6th with Bam as a center. But if I'm taking Bam out, then he's probably he's 5th. Yeah, he's 5th. I have him. I had Gobert under him, but I had Vucevic above Ayton.
If
Because I
Vucevic
think
above Gobert,
No, yeah. I would have
that's
had
pretty
I think
Ayton at 6 too, yeah,
I
because
think I think Gobert can get taken out the playoffs too easily for me to put him above them.
Vucevic has been in the playoffs once and got swept.
Twice.
Yeah, but look at his team.
Twice.
Yeah, I know, but still, he hasn't really done anything.
He won them a game. He didn't even get swept.
Won them twice back to back again.
Yeah.
Game 1 Magic are really good.
Yeah, I don't know, but
against Toronto, that was not him winning the game. It was DJ Augustine.
That
I was at
also
that game. It was just
okay, but
yeah.
All right, let's get to the second series. So we have the Hawks against the Bucks. 1-1 right now. Game 3 is tonight, and the Bucks absolutely destroyed them in the second game. Trae Young won the first game for the Hawks. You know, it was down the stretch. It was a really fun game to watch. I'll be honest, man. I want the Hawks to win this really bad, but I just don't know if they have the firepower that the Bucks do. I want to see Cam Reddish get more minutes. He looked pretty good last time. I was really high on Cam Reddish coming out of the draft, but he hasn't really found his footing because of injuries and all that stuff. So yeah, I just want to see the Hawks, play with a little bit more energy. I thought they came out a little bit. They played one good quarter of basketball and then they just kind of went away. The Bucks just got really hot from 3, which they're capable of. And yeah, I thought Drew Holiday did a great job on Trae Young in game 2. So, but Trae Young has statistically his game 2s have always been a lot worse than his game 1. So maybe he'll bounce back in game 3. I want the series to be elongated, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I think the Bucks might pull this out in 5 or 6, but I hope the Hawks win.
Yeah, I thought game one was a little bit of a fluke on Trae Young's part, um, because clearly the Bucks were playing the most tragic deep drop coverage like Mike Budenholzer usually does, and I don't know if this has ever happened, but if a coach like Mike Budenholzer makes it to the finals, and even let's say they do lose, let's say they lose to the Suns, I think he'll still get fired. Even if they win the finals, I still think he should rightfully be fired. He's not winning them games. It's Giannis, Holiday, and Middleton that wins them the games, not Budenholzer's tragic defense. Um, Even though the adjustment to bring another help defender when Trae Young drives was a nice idea because it did stifle him. I don't think the Hawks really have that much firepower when you have Bogdanovich, who is limping basically on one knee. Other than Gallinari, who's a flaming torch at times, and Trae Young, they really don't have someone who can get their shot off the dribble. So I just feel like the Bucks are going to dominate because I don't think John Collins can guard Giannis. I don't think anybody's been able to guard Giannis after he lost game two against the Nets. Um, so yeah, I just think the Bucks are going to win 5 or 6. But to Budenholzer, I think he should be fired regardless of the outcome this year because he's so bad. Uh, I think you guys have the same opinion about Budenholzer as well. So go ahead, Trey.
Before Darian goes, it came out like that the Bucks are happy with Budenholzer after this playoff run. He won't be fired.
What? Oh my God! All right, you know what? I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. That way we can just dominate them whenever playoff series comes.
Who the hell is
Budenholzer,
we?
Budenholzer's a hack. Any team in the Eastern Conference can dominate him.
Really? Well, no team did it this year.
Well, that's because the Nets would have done it if Harden and Kyrie were healthy. Except they
karma.
were. Harden was limping on a knee, and Kyrie broke his ankle. Like, I mean, what do you expect?
Well, to get to the Hawks Bucks series. So, I thought that game one. I don't think it was a fluke by Trey. I think it was just a fluke by Atlanta. I don't think Trey's played like that before. I think he just scored the most he's ever scored, but still, he's been like that. I'm expecting. I knew from the beginning this wasn't gonna be a quote unquote good series. I think the Bucks are just gonna dominate them every game, basically from now on. I think maybe one or two close games that can go either way, but then there's gonna be like one or two Bucks blowouts. Because the Bucks are just too good, and the Hawks have no matchup for Giannis, and they can't even build a wall because their fours aren't big, and if they're big enough, like they're not quick laterally. Like Gallinari, he plays the four. He's like very slow. I saw him go on a fast break once, and I think he like hurt his hamstring on one fast break. And then Clint Capella can't really guard Giannis properly, and it's hard to sit in the paint because Giannis will just like dunk over you. You have to like stay up, but you like enough space for him to shoot, but like he can still blow by you. Like it's hard for them to guard Giannis, and they can't really build a wall. So Giannis is just gonna dominate. Maybe they should try doing what they did with Ben Simmons, but Giannis is a better free throw shooter. But yeah, they can still try it. I would want the Bucks to win the series. I don't really care that much, but because I think the Bucks have a better chance of winning the ring, or like having a good series with Phoenix, I think Atlanta would like be like if they somehow beat Milwaukee, it would have to have been a fluke of some sort, or Milwaukee completely choked, and I don't think they can do that with the Suns. I think the Bucks Suns would be a good 7-game series. Cause like they're like two. That's a great matchup right there. The Suns, we'll see how they can guard Giannis. And the Bucks have good matchups for for Booker and Paul. But yeah. I don't really care. The one time I don't really care who wins, but I expect the Bucks to win easily in 5. Maybe 6 if the Hawks hit a lucky end game. We'll see what adjustments the Hawks coach, I forgot his name. Oh, Nate McMillan. We'll see what he does. See how Trey plays. But yeah, I'm hoping for a good series.
All right, now let's get into the news that has been going around. Coaching hires. We'll talk about some of the coaching hires. So the first one I'm pretty sure that came out was the Celtics hired Ime Udoka from the Brooklyn Nets assistant staff. Now, I thought this is an amazing hire for the Celtics, man. He's a defensive-minded coach. He's a player's coach, which I think the Celtics really need. I think Brad Stevens is more like an X and O's guy. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't think he was like a guy who's gonna be a player's coach. I think that's what Udoka is. He's a defensive coach. He coached under Pop for a while. He coached under Team USA for a while. Um, I like that. I like this for the Celtics. I think that it's a good hire. Brad Stevens is started off pretty well with this GM role, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. They have some free agents this year, but as far as the hire is concerned, I think it's a W.
Yeah, I think it's a good hire too. I knew Udoka's name was in the conversation. I just didn't know like the facts around how he was with Team USA and all that stuff. And again, you mentioned he's a defensive-minded head coach, exactly what the Celtics needed because they were trash on defense. And usually the Celtics are either a top 10 or top 5 defense every single year. So good hire on Brad Stevens' part. And they have still a big offseason to go because they need to fill the point guard void. But so far, so good from Brad Stevens. So I really like this hire.
I didn't even know who this guy was. I thought it was Ekpe Udo, the guy from like 2K. Like the guy who's always a free agent in 2K who played on the Jazz. That's what I thought it was. I'm like, that's such a shitty hiring. I didn't know who he was. I don't think Brad Stevens. I don't know about the hiring. I guess we're gonna have to see. But as for Brad Stevens' other move as the GM or whatever he is, it was a horrible trade. Not a horrible trade. Let me put it this way. I don't think they won the trade. I think he could have made a better trade. Because I think getting a center, 2 centers, and no, Al Horford cannot play the 4. 2 centers when you already have a really young center who has really high potential. That is a questionable move, and you lost your pick. Kemba was trash anyway, so I don't have a problem with losing Kemba if I was a Celtics fan. But yeah, I don't know about this hiring because I don't know who the guy is. So yeah, it is what it is.
I just want to make one quick point about the trade. I don't think OKC was going to make a deal anyways if we didn't throw a first-round pick in anyway. Considering our first-round pick was really high, I thought Brad did pretty well getting a young center back anyways. But I like when you think about it, what did Philly do with Horford? They threw in the first-round pick, like terrible contract and a first-round pick, to just get rid of the contract for I think it was Danny Green. Yeah, Danny Green. So I think the Celtics had to do that in this case because Kemba's contract is so atrocious, and they just had to throw in the first round pick. So
I'm happy they threw in the first round pick because the Celtics have been doing this for years where they've been drafting someone late lottery or something like that just for them to sit on the bench. So I'm happy they threw away their first round pick for that. But okay, yeah, next coaching hire, Rick Carlisle with the Pacers got hired. Now I don't, Rick Carlisle is obviously a really good coach, but I don't know if this is the best fit because I was one who said the Pacers should go in the rebuild phase, but apparently they still want to compete, which is, it's up to them. But it was not what I would do. But Rick Carlisle is still a good coach. I remember when he was with the Pacers last time, he had a full head of hair and he was there during the Mouse at the Palace. I'm pretty sure, and yeah, he's back in Indiana. Um, and I mean, he was, as far as talent wise, he's probably the best coach out there on the market. But he's a win now coach, and the Pacers I don't really think have the pieces. But it'll be interesting to see what the Pacers do because I think they have some talent on their roster, like to make some trades. So, but as far as the hire is concerned, it was easy. Rick Carlisle is a great coach, but I just don't know if this was the right team for him.
yeah, I thought this was a questionable hire too. The problem with the Pacers wasn't their offense exactly. Well, I mean, they did have offensive problems last year. Nobody could score the ball except Sabonis and Brogdon and Levert. And they had some injury issues. But the problem with that team is defensively. They have solid defenders and they have a defensive player of the year caliber. Like they have a defensive caliber player in Miles Turner. But the problem is their team defense is just bad. And Rick Carlisle is not known as a defensive head coach. In fact, he's more known as an offensive coach, as we all know. So it's questionable hire on their part, but not my decision. So, but it's questionable. But I agree, completely agree. Like they should have gone to the rebuild phase. I said this last year when we did our predictions on the Pacers. I said they should have gone to the rebuild phase then. But like why would you tread water in the 6th, 7th, or 8th seed? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Considering you have a mediocre team too. Like, unless Karis LeVert becomes a top 20 player this year and like just ups his averages, this team is going nowhere. Sabonis is arguably one of the most overrated stars. I don't think he's that good at all. Because he has a good post game. I don't have a problem with that. It's just his game is just like his game is meant for the 1980s and the 1990s, not the 2020s, in which you need a spacing lineup. Sabonis can't space. Can't hit. I'm pretty sure his 3-point shooting is terrible. So I don't know. This team does not look good on paper in my eyes unless they make a few moves. I just think they should rebuild, but with the hiring of Carlisle, I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
So I don't think Sabonis. He didn't really shoot bad from three. He shot 32% on 3 shots a game almost. It's not bad. He has to improve. This is a really good signing for the Pacers because they couldn't have gotten a better coach. But I don't know why Rick Carlisle went from a team that's probably going to win a ring in the next 5 years, in my opinion, to this team. And it was funny to me how Tejas was describing the Pacers because he described them the exact same way I would describe the Celtics. Like, why are you a 7-8 seed with a mediocre team?
Time out. The Celtics made a 7 seed for the first time since 2015. Calm down.
But yeah, but they have a mediocre team.
Yes, 3 Eastern Conference Finals is mediocre.
It's a different team. It's a different team.
Yes, 3 Eastern Conference Finals appearances is absolutely mediocre.
It's a different team. It's obviously a different team.
All right, what about the hire, bro?
Okay, yeah. So the hire. Okay, so I don't think Indiana should do a rebuild. They should do a retooling. They have some good pieces that they can trade. I think Rick Carlisle will help them. I think they will be in the playoffs. Depending on the moves they make, I think they should trade Sabonis. Or trade Turner. Trade one of them because you want to play Sabonis at the 5, not the 4 anymore. But yeah, I think they should move Brogdon potentially. Get as much as get. I think they should become younger but still be competitive. In a way, they should keep Karis LeVert. He's a good player. But yeah, I think it was a great hiring for the Pacers. Questionable on Rick Carlisle's part because I think any team would want him. So I don't know. Maybe it's because he likes Indiana. He was a coach there before. But yeah. So really good for the Pacers. Questionable for Rick Carlisle.
All right, before we move on, Sabonis' best 2 seasons from the 3 was when he was playing at center. So maybe trading Turner away might help him. But the last 2 hires were both former players, Jason Kidd and Chauncey Billups. Jason Kidd to the Mavericks. I love that. Luka Doncic. Jason Kidd is similar type of player abilities. Pass first, very good passer, all that type of stuff. He'll help Luka's development. Not that he probably needs more developing anyway, but he'll understand Luka's game better than anyone. Chauncey Billups to the Portland Trailblazers. I like that as well. I mean, they could have hired anyone, and it would have been an upgrade over Terry Stotts. So it's W for both teams, I think.
Yeah. You thought Luka's stats were good. Now, imagine him with one of the best point guards as his head coach ever. I feel like we're going to see crazy stats from him next year because I think Jason Kidd is going to develop an offense around Luka that actually works and doesn't have Kristaps Porzingis sitting at the 3-point line every single play and allows Porzingis to post up as well. I think he might do that. He might incorporate Luka being off ball sometimes because that's the problem with the Mavericks offense. They have Luka on ball too much at times. They need to let him play off ball and let Porzingis play on ball a little bit more post up touches because his potential. He's 7'3". This is the dude we called a unicorn. We were calling unicorn like a few years ago. Like it's unbelievable how he's been relegated to the 3-point line now. Even though he does have range at times, but still, I feel like Kidd will develop a nice offense around them. Now the problem is though, Jason Kidd is a terrible defensive head coach. Now it depends on the staff he hires, but if they get another assistant that is very good defensively minded, um, this team should have no problem making the playoffs again, being a top 5 seed. Um, but you thought Luka's stats were great last year. This year he might be putting up Westbrook numbers like it might be 33, 11, 12, some crazy numbers like that. I feel like it's going to happen. But good for the Mavericks. Questionable defensively though, that's all.
All right. So Jason Kidd left the Lakers, which I have no issue with. He deserved to be a head coach somewhere. It's going to help the Mavs, I think. I don't think he was better than Carlisle, though. I don't think Porzingis will be there next season. And I don't think he deserves to have the ball more. Because I don't think he's good enough. I think his offensive bag is not good enough to win games. On the Knicks, it worked, but the Knicks sucked. I said he had MVP potential, and I take it back. He doesn't. If he learn, I think his IQ is pretty low, for a basketball player or at his caliber. He obviously has so much skill and so much ability. I just don't think he's figured out how he wants to use it yet. I think Jason Kidd will. I think they're gonna move him, and they're gonna have more shooters around Luka, shorter lineup around Luka. Jason Kidd's gonna be a good coach for them. And Luka, don't be surprised if the Mavs win the championship next season, depending on the offseason moves they make. Because I think they have a little bit of money. Luka's still on his rookie deal, I think. Yeah, I think he is. So they have money. Mark Cuban needs to capitalize on him, not having a max contract yet. And for Portland, I think I saw a report, and so I saw us like the post. They might request a trade. Came out like 20 minutes ago. So that would be interesting. I don't know who would get him. Maybe Toronto. We'll see.
All right, moving on to the
Oh,
next topic
hold
because
up.
that's
I forgot to talk about Portland real quick. Good hire on their part. Except the problem is if Dame's gonna leave. And that team is gonna be rebuilding, I think. But honestly, I think Chauncey Billups would be good with like a young team. If he got a young star like Ben Simmons, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
okay. That should be it for the coaching hires. Let's move on to the game now. So I have a game. We're gonna do something. I don't know what the name of this game is called, but I created it, and it was like so. Basically, what's gonna happen is that I'm going to give a topic, and the two guys are going to have to. They're gonna be on a time limit, 10-second or 5-second time limit, whatever, and they're gonna have to keep rapid firing players. So like if I say 10 NBA players, LeBron, like Darian will say LeBron, and then Tatus will say Steph Curry, and then they'll keep going back and forth. And then if whoever like doesn't know, and like whenever the time limit is up, they get a point, and then whoever has the most points at the end of the game loses. So and I'll tell you guys if it's current or foreign. So the first one is 10 current foreign players. So by foreign,
Oh,
they did not go to college here. They did not yeah, they're foreign. Like when they play internationally, they play like for like non-USA teams.
oh shit.
So this is current players only. This is off the top of your head. You guys will get 5 seconds for this one. So I'll start off. Darian, you can go first. All right,
Giannis.
three.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Giannis.
Oh, okay. Luka Doncic.
OG Anunoby.
Nikola Jokic.
DeAndre Ayton.
Aiton went to college in Arizona, didn't he?
College in Arizona. Yeah, he did.
Bro, I thought you meant but he doesn't play for US's national team.
So like, okay, I'll give that to him because like Enes Kanter went to college in fucking like Kentucky or something like that. So okay, I'll give that to you.
Okay, fair point.
Okay, if they went to college here, like Lowry Markkinen works, but don't use him because I just said him.
Yeah, okay. Next me, right? Evan Fournier.
Vucevic.
Facu Campazzo.
Sabonis.
Snap. Uh,
All right, that's a point.
Al Horford.
Okay, I mean you got it in the last second. That's fine. Okay, if you and then
Oh,
that was
is that a
that
point
was
for
just
him?
no. He got Al Horford at the last second.
I should keep going.
Nah, that was 10. It's 10 players, 10
Oh,
current former players.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Now let's move on to the second one. These will get a little bit harder. Okay.
Oh, shit.
10 current players. I'll give you guys 10 seconds for this, not 5. 10 current players who have had 50-point games in their careers. Okay.
Right, who's going
All right.
first?
Tatus, you go first. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Jason Tatum.
Harden,
Stephen Curry.
LeBron,
Anthony Davis.
Kevin Durant,
Kyrie Irving.
Beal,
Joel Embiid.
Russell Westbrook.
All right. That's 10. Did Joel Embiid have a 50-point game? Oh, he
Yes,
did.
against the Bulls this year.
Jesus.
I remember that.
Joel Embiid did get a 50-point game. That's right. Okay, and then Westbrook did have a career high of 50. So
Did Paul George have a 50-point game ever?
No,
He did, right?
no, I don't think he did.
let me see. Paul George. His career high is 48.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
that's
was
close.
about to say George, but like I didn't think he had.
All right. This is okay. These all these next ones are gonna be all time. Okay, so you
Okay.
guys can think of like retired players. All right, 10 all-time MVP winners. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Darian, go. 3, 2, 1, go.
LeBron,
Hakeem Olajuwon.
MJ,
Larry Bird.
Magic,
Tim Duncan.
Wilt,
Derrick Rose.
Russell Westbrook,
Kevin Garnett.
Giannis,
Jokic.
Steve
Okay, cool.
Nash. Okay.
That was it. Okay. Next category. This is gonna be tough. 10 coaches all time who have been former players. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Darian, you can go. Darian went last time. Tay, just go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Bill Russell.
Rick Carlisle,
Nate McMillan.
Steve Kerr,
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm out. I can't figure one out right now.
Okay. Before Darian goes,
I
Rick
have to
Carlisle
go?
didn't. No, yeah. You guys keep going until you guys get like 10 like total. Rick Carlisle did not play in the NBA.
He didn't?
Ooh.
No, he didn't. I'm looking at his thing right now. He's only coached. So
No, he's played. He played on Boston. And
No, yeah, Rick Carlisle played on. He was a coaching staff.
Here, no, I'll send you. Is this as a
I'm
coach?
I'm,
No,
I'm on his basketball reference right now.
because he averaged points, so I don't know how a coach could average points.
It was
Here,
in
look.
college, I think.
Boston
Oh
College?
no, he did. Yeah, Boston College. Wait, no, did he?
No, it says NBA. It says NBA.
No, yeah, he did go. No, I was looking at my bad. He did play. That was my bad. Okay, so
We have to keep going, or I thought it was like if someone couldn't say, it, they just get a point.
we can do that, or we can just keep going until someone gets until you guys both get 10 combined, and then
I don't think we
someone
can
else.
get 10 combined.
Okay. All right. So Tatus has a point.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
Some other coaches
I really
were
don't know that many.
Chauncey Billups, Jason Kidd, Tyronn Lue.
Yeah. You're right.
All right. 10 all-time players who went to either Kentucky or Duke.
Oh, bro, I don't know anything
Well, that's
about college.
easy. I know this one. Go ahead, Darian. You go first.
Zion,
Jason Tatum.
Devin Booker,
Kyrie Irving.
Anthony Davis. Yeah, I think he did.
John Wall.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's the point.
I have no idea. I'm so shit with college.
DeMarcus
basketball.
Cousins. Brandon Ingram. JJ
Bam.
Redick. Grant Hill.
Thank you. I got it.
All right.
And let's get some U.S. colleges.
10 all-time. If you joining too, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna do this. What we're doing is that I'm naming. We're trying to name 10 all-time of like a bunch of things, and this one is all-time Rookie of the Year winners. You guys have 5 seconds. You have 5 seconds to name like one, and then it keeps going around until you guys name 10. If someone doesn't name, they get a point, and whoever has the most points loses. All right. So you can start off 10 all-time Rookie of the Year winners.
Am I first?
Yeah,
Yes.
go.
Ben Simmons.
LaMelo
Yes.
Ball.
John Morant.
Michael Carter Williams.
Anthony Davis.
LeBron.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Um,
I have no idea. Oh,
That's a point.
Luka Doncic.
That's a point. That's a point.
It's tough. It was
Is it
really
my turn?
stuttering out of my mouth.
Nah, Tater's got a point, so that category is done. All right, and then this one is 10 all-time players who have rapped before, like who have
my
produced music.
fucking god.
Wait, okay, tell me. I've had their name come up in music.
No, like
they were actually in a song.
they've made music, yeah.
Okay,
Oh
I think
my God, I only know one rapper.
I need to write these down right now, off the top, so I don't forget it.
All right, Tater's go. 3, 2, 1.
Damian Lillard.
Oh, Drummond.
Lonzo Ball.
I'll take the L on this one. I don't know any.
Kobe, KD,
Iman
Braun,
Shumpert, Marvin Bagley.
Hold up. When did these guys? I haven't heard any of these guys.
I haven't heard
Shaq.
the song. I just know they came out with songs.
Shaq. I've heard Shaq. I forgot we were doing all time.
Yeah, Shaq did too.
I'll take the
All
L
right.
on this one.
All right, okay. So that was the end of the first game. We'll move on to the second game now. This one's gonna be pretty short. I'm pretty sure. Actually, it could be long, depending on like how long people take. All right, yeah. So what we're gonna be doing since the NBA draft lottery has come out, we're going to be giving our fuck, bro. Where was it? I think ranking the 10 best draft classes ever. Okay. So I'm gonna give you these guys a lot of draft classes, and they're gonna put them in order. So we'll start off with the 1999 draft class. I'll give you guys the someone just like write it down in the chat, like in the Discord. So the 1999 draft class had Elton Brand, Steve Francis, Baron Davis, Rip Hamilton, Ron Artest, AK-47, Manu Ginobili. Those are the main names. Lamar Odom, Andre Miller, and Sean Marion were also some names. So that was 1999. Then we'll go to the 1998, which had guys like Vince Carter, Paul Pierce, Dirk Nowitzki, Mike Bibby, Jason Williams, Rashard Lewis, and Coutinho Mobley. Then let's go to 2018, which is very recent. You guys probably know all these guys. Jaren Jackson, Colin Sexton, Trey, Luca, DeAndre Ayton, Shea, Michael Porter Jr., Miles Bridges. Like I can go on and on. Like Lonnie Walker, Dante DiVincenzo, Kevin Herter, Mitchell Robinson, a bunch of people. 2011, Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, Jonas Valanciunas, Kemba Walker, Klay Thompson, Kawhi Leonard, Isaiah Thomas, Bojan Bogdanovic. Those are the main players. 85.
Every draft class ever made.
No, I'm listing the top 10 according to this website, and you guys can rank them. Okay. Yeah. 85 had Patrick Ewing, Chris Mullin, Deadlift Schrempf, Charles Oakley, Karl Malone, Terry Porter, Sam Mitchell, Spud Webb. 2017. The four. I'm just gonna name the 4 best players. Okay, Tatum, Bam, Fox, Mitchell. And I'm pretty sure John Collins was on here too, but I don't know if he was 2017 or 18. Yeah, he was 2017.
Wait, what about Jamal Murray?
That was 2016.
Jamal Murray was 2015, I think.
No, 16.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 16. You're right. Yeah, Jamal Murray. But 16 is not on this list, but we can add 16 if you want. 2009, Steph Curry, James Harden, Drew Holiday, Blake Griffin, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Beverly. Yeah, I mean, everything else is like kind of ass, but those are the main
Patrick
players.
Beverly. Delete Patrick Beverly right now. Delete the stories right now.
All right. 1984, MJ, Hakeem, Charles Barkley, John Stockton. 2003, LeBron, D Wade, Bosh, and Melo. 96 with AI, Kobe, Ray Allen, Stephon Marbury, Peja Stojakovic, Steve Nash, Jermaine O'Neal. And is that 10?
I think that's more than 10.
All right. Okay, if that's more than 10, we'll stop here. I mean, this is like, I know like 2016 was pretty stacked. If I'm not, wasn't Ben Simmons in them 2016 too?
Yeah.
We can add 2016 if y'all want. Like it was like.
Oh no, it's 10. We'll just stick with it.
Stick with this. All right, cool. So, all right. Based on those names, who do you guys think is the 10th best draft class?
I think I agree. That's 1999.
Yeah, I agree. 1999. Yeah, 1999 class is the weakest.
Yeah, I'd say 1999.
You could. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the next
Yeah.
one.
No, 1999 is the weakest. Yeah.
I'd put 1985 as the next one.
I would agree on that too.
Ewing, Oakley, Malone, Spud. Yeah.
I would say 2017 is next.
That's fair enough.
And then 2018 is right after that.
This is like as of right now. Like I'm like potentially.
Yeah, just do as of right now.
Yeah.
So hold on. Here's my order right now. 1999 is first. Then I have 1985. It's the next one. 2017 and 2018 are interchangeable. And then I think the next one
2011.
Dude, 2011 is a lot though. Klay Thompson, Kemba,
It's not better than
Jimmy,
1998.
Irving, Kawhi,
There's like a top. The top threes like you can't like dispute it. So it's between 2011.
Let's look at Vince Carter, Paul Pierce, Dirk, and then they go up against Irving, Kawhi, Jimmy, and then you also have Kemba. I could see how this one is worse. I could see how 2011 is worse.
Wait, which one's the Kemba class? I can't.
2011.
Kemba's 2011 as well.
Okay, I say 2011 sixth.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree with that one. But I would go 1998.
Is next?
Yes. So
Wait,
the
who's
top.
fourth?
So 10, 1999, 1985 is 9, 2017, 2018.
Top four we have 1996, we have 2003, 84, and 2009.
I think 2009 is fourth.
Yeah, for sure.
2009 is fourth, yeah. I put 2009.
And then I would say
I said LeBron. I said 2003 is third.
2003 is third.
yeah, I agree.
And then 1996 is second.
Yep, and I think 1984.
I think 84 wins
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they have like the all-time greats in '84. Or
Yeah.
they have MJ Hakeem. They're the two top 10s, and then Barkley, Stockton are right outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, 94 is
yeah. 96 is like
96
cool.
Also had Steve Nash. I forgot.
Steve Nash, yeah.
That's true. But they only have one top 10 player in there. So
yeah, Kobe.
If that was Shaq, I saw him kneel. I'm like,
Even 2003 is really good.
2003
Those
is good,
three
but they only have one top 10.
classes. Yeah, they only have LeBron though, but like
Yeah.
okay, is Barkley and Stockton?
I
And
would
how do you
I would honestly put 03 over 96, but I don't know.
No, okay, because LeBron's better than Kobe, but like with Steve Nash, like Wade is like
and
top
AI
25.
and AI.
Yeah, AI and Wade,
Wade is better
they're
than AI.
similar. Okay, but like who's Allen? Tony Allen?
No, Allen
Ray
Iverson.
Ray
Allen.
Allen.
Ray Allen, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I said Tony
Oh,
Allen. Ray Allen's also like really good. And then they have John. That's not John. Steve Nash is better than anyone else there.
yeah, Steve
Peja
Nash is good.
Stojakovic, Jermaine O'Neal, like
No, yeah, no,
It's
it's pretty
definitely
good.
deeper. It's definitely deeper, yeah.
yeah.
But it's only like LeBron, Chris Bosh not like a crazy career individually. And then wait, let me see his stats.
It's crazy since how the three classes as of recently 2016, 2017, 2018. I don't know if I could pick a better class out of all three.
16 had Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown, Jamal Murray, Domantas Sabonis, Pascal
Malcolm
Siakam,
Brogdon.
Oh yeah,
Malcolm
Pascal.
Brogdon.
Hey, do you know
That class is deep.
Chris Bosh's best seasons were in Toronto.
Yes, agreed.
We developed him. You're welcome to us.
And then 2017 is like really good too. You got Tatum,
There's been
Bam,
good draft
Full,
classes. There's been good
Hawks.
draft classes.
Even Lonzo's like coming up.
I forgot. Oh, yeah, John Collins too. Yeah, I mean, 2017 is a pretty good draft class. I like
17
it.
is really
And
good too.
you got Jared Allen and OG down there.
Yeah.
Um,
It's, like these are some tough classes.
Thomas Bryant,
Yeah.
Kuzma. Yeah, I mean, 2017 I think is pretty good.
Why are we mentioning Kuzma though?
Oh yeah,
What?
my
Yeah,
bad.
mention Kuzma. Mention Kuzma. All-time Lakers great.
I think 2020. If you look at like last year's, you have Anthony Edwards, LaMelo, and Tyrese. But apart from that, no one's really like a star.
Wiseman, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. I think they gotta trade Wiseman, bro.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say anything about that.
because I think that Wiseman needs is like, because the Warriors, bro, they need bigs where they can just play a role like a Kevon Looney. They just rim run and
Yeah, they just need
play
Kevon. Yeah,
defense.
screen Steph. Yeah, I see what you mean.
This man Wiseman was a second overall pick. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna want to catch the ball at the 3-point line, get into his bag a little bit.
I still think they should have taken LaMelo Ball. Have
But what do you
Steph
do?
play off ball.
They could have taken LaMelo Ball, but I don't think. I don't. Have you seen Steph play off ball before? Apart from
Yes,
like when he
he
was,
plays off ball all the time.
but like not like him not playing off ball this season had him in like a MVP talks.
Him coming off of screens from Draymond. That off ball cutting is vicious.
Yeah. All right. We can end the episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and we'll see y'all later as always. Peace.